I want to get into this shit real quick. I don't know if y'all seen it with the teacher. Bro was he got fired because he was out here getting his it ain't funny, but it's just like funny how dumb niggas is. He was getting his hair braided by his students. And when I first seen it, I was kind of niggas got me up out of here because I was like, I didn't really see nothing wrong with it. So I'll bring the video up in a second. Let me check my lights. Hopefully the damn tweet didn't get deleted. And I deleted it. So when I was agreeing with what bro was doing, I wasn't necessarily agreeing with what he was doing. I at first I didn't all the way see what was wrong with the situation. Let me take this bull. This I mean, let me call it. Let's not call it bullshit. Take this off the screen. I all the way didn't see the issue of it because I know we all go to most of us in here are black. So a lot of the times we always have like a cool teacher that we can do like what's the proper terminology? You got the cool teacher, you could do a lot of things. I remember I had a one teacher, bro used to let us play like the PS3 in his classroom and shit like that. We used to play video games. So you skip, well, not necessarily skip, but during lunch you go in the nigga class, you just chill out. You got the cool teacher. So I was saying, basically saying that like every black school had like the cool teacher that like you can have fun with. No weirdo shit. I know we in like a sensitive time where like we really do. We got a lot of teachers like doing shit to the students and whatnot, and that's unfortunate. But oh, let me bring it up. Let me bring this shit up. So y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. So we got this nigga right here. Let me make sure y'all niggas can see my screen. This weirdo ass nigga. He ended up being a weirdo. He was getting his hair braided
Stir the pot a little, shall we?
by the student.
Last Friday, 10 minutes before dismissal time, I decided to live stream my students helping me take my hair out. There was quite the discourse in the chat, which had people saying this was inappropriate and other people saying this was completely fine. There was nothing wrong with what I was doing, and people were just making it weird. So, of course, I had to bring this issue to the big stage. I would like to represent myself in this case, Your Honor, if I may. Number one, for a little context, I had a hair appointment immediately after school, and I needed my hair taken out before.
Okay, so that's a nigga right there getting his hair braided and whatnot. Or there was he said he had to get his hair braided after school, but he needed the braids to get taken out. Now, when I tweeted, damn, I wish I didn't delete the tweet. But I pretty much said this is normal in black schools. That's what I tweeted. I deleted the tweet because I didn't really think it all the way. I didn't really grasp the situation. Now that I really looked at the full situation, this is kind of weird. So first of all, the nigga got little ass braids. Why do you need five little girls helping you like take out them little ass braids? You don't need that. That's one. Two is why are you recording this? Everything doesn't need to be content. We don't need to see you in the classroom. You ain't blurring none of the kids' faces out. You just got the little girls just chilling, taking them little ass braids out. And then third of all, your verbiage. You like, oh man, I already know this about the dis. I already know this about to break the internet. I already know this about to have discourse. Like nigga, you want niggas to come at you crazy. So you're just doing this to piss people off. And I did see some of the homies on Twitter. They were like, they actually have daughters. They was pretty much like, yeah, if I find out a grown man, a girl, my daughters are taking a grown man braids out, I'll break that nigga hands. And I'm like, all right, I gotta respect that. I deleted the tweet. I respect that. That makes sense. And it does make sense. So I was kind of so at this point I was kind of like iffy on the situation. I was like, all right, yeah, the nigga is kind of weird or whatever. But then I seen this other shit. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it up. That's when he got fired. I'm not gonna pull that up yet. I seen they went on this nigga, this nigga like TikTok or whatever. Like this fuck nigga had a burner TikTok, and this nigga was see this right here. It's a girl. So this girl is underage in this TikTok right here. It say I only fuck with emo boys.
I chimed in with the haven't you people ever heard of? Closing the god Jackson, be quiet. Shut the fuck up.
So this nigga doing like a impersonation, like he's an emo boy to get this girl. And this is nigga. This girl right here is clearly in a school bathroom, and this is a nigga teaching kids. This weirdo ass nigga right here. So when I seen this, I was like, yeah, this nigga's a fucking weirdo. So he gets fired. And this is him right here crying and shit.
During this time. Hey, Bessie. I really hope that you see this message. How are you? I hope that you're okay. Our class misses you so much, and we really want you to know that we love you and we miss you so much and can't wait for you to come back. I can't believe that taking somebody's hair out is such a big deal, and it makes me so mad that people make little things big things. I want you to know that the class and others got your back. We were
So this fuck nigga ain't learned. This fuck nigga did not learn his lesson at all. So you were the school found it inappropriate that those 5 girls was taking your braids out. So they let you go. And I didn't even realize the nigga had a nose piercing. Yeah, the nigga, bro, don't teach my kids and you got a septum piercing, nigga. The school deemed that it was your relationship with your kids was very, very inappropriate. So you live stream. First of all, you're a teacher. Why do you got a podcast, Mike, nigga? That's what's wrong with that's what's wrong with shit now, bro. Why the fuck do you got a podcast, Mike, bro? You supposed to be teaching my kids or whoever kid. You supposed to be teaching these little niggas how to add, multiply, and divide. Actually, he was a science teacher. Them braids got nothing to do with science, nigga. You supposed to be teaching those kids, but you at home with a podcast, Mike. Too much of these teachers, they trying to be content creators and shit. I seen a teacher yesterday. She was dropping a little stud teacher dropping a video. I was like, bro, what are you doing? Yeah. So the school fired him. They felt like what he was doing was inappropriate, which it was. He posted a video live streaming, and he's texting the kids, and he said, I don't know if y'all niggas heard it. One of the students said, "You're my favorite teacher, bestie," and I'm assuming the student that said, "You're my favorite teacher, bestie," I'm gonna assume it's a girl. Why are you texting these teenage girls? Why do you have their phone numbers? I never had one of my teachers, niggas, chat. Let me know if is this like a normal thing because I'm older. I'm 35 years old. By the time I was like, niggas ain't really have phones for real. Like I've had a phone since I was maybe like 13 years old. But everybody, when I was in school, everybody didn't have a phone. It was niggas walking around without cell phones. I had a cell phone since I was 13, but I knew people that didn't have cell phones. So nowadays, I'm assuming everybody in high school has cell phones. So is it normal to text a student? I mean, is it normal for a student to have a teacher's cell phone number? That seems weird. It's nothing that a teacher should be texting your kid after school hours. Now, all right, so Paperwork Sam said, not gonna lie, I had a couple teachers' numbers. Did you have their number in high school or did you have their number in college? Because I don't know if college makes it okay, but I don't see why you need to be texting a teacher in high school. Because they got like different apps. I know they got like Blackboard. They got like different stuff that that you could contact your teacher. I remember you when I was in college, they had Blackboard. If you needed to contact your teacher, you hit them up on Blackboard. It's like it had a message board situation. You didn't personally have their number. I'm not understanding why you would need a teacher's number in high school. Now, if I was a father in this situation and I seen a nigga, not only my student, not only my yeah, my well, yeah, you said my student, my kid student was taking this nigga braids out. Now I see you on live stream crying, calling my little girl your bestie. I'm killing you, bro. I'm finding you and I'm beating your ass. This nigga just all the way corny. This nigga got on a Led Zeppelin t-shirt, bro. This nigga's a fuck nigga, man. In college, all our teachers had work phones. We can text them on if we need be, but facts, no reason a student should have a teacher number. I was texting my teacher. I think you said texting my teacher to skip. What you was texting them like, hey, I'm about to skip your class today? That's crazy. Yeah, I ain't never had no student. I mean, also no teacher's number. That's crazy. So let me ask y'all niggas a question though. Do y'all feel like the teachers nowadays are like too young in the classrooms? Cause this nigga right here, I don't know how old it. I think this nigga is like 28 years old, which is the typical age. I know now. I be seeing chicks on IG. They be teachers. They be like 23 years old teaching in classrooms. 22 years old teaching in a high school classroom. I remember when I was in high school, I feel like the youngest teacher, I feel like there wasn't really no teachers like that in their 20s. You get the random teacher, like the random substitute teacher, she'd be about 23. Remember, we had this one teacher, I ain't gonna say her name, but she was like 23 teaching. She was like a substitute teacher. And I seen her one time, nigga graduated high school. Nigga was at a UNF party. I see the teacher at the UNF party throwing ass. I was like, ain't that the substitute teacher? And that bitch just throwing ass on niggas. I was like, what the fuck? She was like 23 years old. And she was going to, I guess she was getting like a master's degree or something, still going to UNF. I was like, bro, that's the substitute teacher right there on the floor throwing ass to plies. One throwing ass to plies hypnotized. I was like, bro, what the fuck? I'm like, bro, this is the teacher throwing ass. And if I wanted to, I probably could. Well, not even me. Somebody that I know, one of the homies that was with her, could have like danced on her, and that would have been normal because we was all in the same party. I was like 18 years. I was 18 at the time, but I was like, I'm in the same party as a substitute teacher. Something inappropriate could have happened there. That's crazy. I know teachers are people too, but I'm saying like, do you feel like all right, that's an ignorant question. I'm gonna retract it. I'm not gonna say our teachers too young, but we should watch the relationships that the teachers should have with the students, especially with this nigga right here. There should be boundaries. There should be no reason why you should be texting, especially if you're fired. Now that you're fired, you should have no relationship with the kids at all. Now that you're fired, the number should be deleted. Even though I know the student's still gonna text him because they got his number, but still, the shit weird. Let me see if I can pull up. It was some other shit too to the situation. But yeah, you're right. Teachers do have lives, but it should be boundaries to the situation. I had another video to this shit. Oh yeah, this one right here. This nigga's a creep. They should have actually looked at this nigga. They should have actually looked at this nigga's social media before they hired him. So this nigga got a bowl of noodles with. First of all, he nigga got a bowl of noodles with chopsticks. He got a robe on. I don't know if he got anything up under that robe. He's a freaky ass nigga. It say me watching her work out through the water bottle I bought her, and it's a girl on a stairmaster bending over, and this nigga just checking her out with them little ass braids. And this the nigga that was teaching kids. Oh, I forgot to talk about this. This chick. I was told today that it was fake, but it was pretty funny. This goes along with the hair braid and shit. This bitch right here. She's talking about something she wanted a parents. This bitch is not a parent.
My child happened to be one of the children taking the braids out the teacher. So people was like, "Jen, how you felt about the teacher letting the kids take the braids out?" And my only issue was I come up to this school all the time. Like you see me come up here all the time, and I consider myself precious. So like you see this come up here all the time. Why you ain't asking me to take your braids out? Why you ain't asking me to take your braids out? Because I would have took your braids out. I would have washed your hair, conditioned it. You know what I'm saying? I would have massaged your scalp. I'd have put a little blue grease in your hair. I'm looking for my blue grease. Now I'd have put a little blue grease in it, put a little foam, you know what I'm saying? A little mousse on the braids, put a little do rag on it. Like I would have did all that. So that was my only concern. It was like, you know what I'm saying? I consider myself precious. So I was kind of confused as to like, baby, you see me come up here all the time. Why you ain't ask me?
Well, she said why he ain't served that dick up. By the looks, I'm a when I first seen that nigga, I'm gonna be real. I thought that nigga was gay. I thought the teacher nigga was zesty.